Hi, ladies. How are you today? What a beautiful day it is going to be today. I've got so many fun things on the calendar between client calls, podcast interviews, my nails done, like all kinds of really fun things that I'm looking forward to. So I am excited to hear, what are you looking forward to today, right? How can you really look for a positive on your calendar today? And speaking of positivity, I want to talk to you today about the power of positivity and how to develop the habit of gratitude so that you can help shift your mindset from a negative mindset to a more positive one. So many women tell me horror stories about how much shit they talk to themselves, right? They compare themselves, they get in this state of lack and that they're not enough, and they just talk crap on their bodies and all kinds of crazy, crazy things. And I get it, right? I used to be them. I used to talk so much crap. So today I'm really going to give you three powerful strategies that's going to help you boss up and live a better, more abundant life. If you're catching this live, please let me know. Put hashtag live in the chat. If you are watching this on a replay because, hey, you're in the middle of your workday, not a problem. Just drop me a number 2 down below. That way I can definitely make sure that I'm following up with you. And get ready, ladies. Get ready to take some notes, right? Just 3 quick strategies. So if you don't know me, my name is Carissa Atkins. I am the CEO and founder of 365 Daily Hustle. My company is a health global company helping women in their 40s and 50s lose weight, feel abundant, and 10 times their confidence so that they can live healthier, happier, and more successful lives. Like, I am uber passionate about helping women boss up to the next level of awesomeness. And if you don't know me, you will get to know that that is what I am all about. So like I mentioned, today I'm going to talk to you guys about the power of positivity and how to develop the habit of gratitude to help you shift from a negative mindset to a positive mindset. And, when we think about positivity, the first word that comes to mind is gratitude. And gratitude plays a huge role in allowing me to be successful and stay successful in my life, my health, and in my business. Over the years, I have developed daily practices that allow me to stay positive and feel abundant even when life is hitting me hard. And yes, I am just like you. I wear so many different hats and life goes just like this for me too. Okay. But how do we keep a steady line? Okay, how do we keep an abundant line throughout all the craziness, the ups and downs, the peaks and the valleys? That's the biggest question. Well, I've developed an attitude of gratitude, which honestly, it allows me to lead my team, my family, and my clients into greatness. However, I wasn't always this way. I wasn't so always chippery and positive and always looking for the good things in my life. In fact, 12 years ago, it was very, very different for me. I was depressed. I was ashamed of my body. I cried myself to sleep some nights. I had a serious case of victim mentality. Lord knows I've made plenty of excuses for the life that I was living back then, and I blamed everyone for the life that I had, right? So excuses come in the form of, I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't have the resources, I don't have I don't have X, right? So that is this victim mentality. And it's interesting that this is coming up for me today because on Sunday, that was kind of the pastor's whole topic, right? It's you're either a victim of your circumstances or you're the freaking victor and you're going to take charge, right? So maybe that's why this is coming up for me today. But anywho, right? So, I made excuses for everything, which is probably how I became to be 213 pounds. I blamed everyone for how I was feeling, the life that I had, the little money that I had in my bank account, this lack of. I played the excuses and I played the blame game all day long. And guess what, ladies? If that's the game you're going to play, that's the game you're going to win. Okay, so if you like being a victim, and you probably don't even realize it, but awareness is going to be key. So I have developed, right, over the years, about 8 years ago, in fact, I hired my very first coach. And because I was realizing I was chasing this like happiness, right? I was chasing this sense of fulfillment. And I thought that if I could only get skinnier and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, that I would find my happiness. But the scale does not give you actual happiness, like literally. It's kind of like money. Okay, so you can make $1,000 and feel really, really happy in the moment, but then the next day, if you have a negative mindset towards money, you're gonna go back into this lack, right? Like, I don't have enough, it's gonna run out, I need another 1,000, right? Like this need. So when I was chasing health, right, I was like, I'm 140, I'm 130, I'm 120, I'm 10% body fat. Like nothing was filling the internal bucket. So that's when I realized that what if happiness didn't come from a number, right? Sure. Was I happy? 100%. I mean, good knows. Lord knows I was 213 pounds obese and out of shape. Are you kidding me? Of course I was happy, but I wasn't internally happy. I mean, my relationships were still suffering. My health was still suffering. I was still fighting like this inner battle with myself. And that's when I realized I was like, I'm going to need a coach, right? I'm going to need someone to help, support me and love me and guide me and help me get real with myself and figure out who I am and who I want to be. So that was huge for me. So I hired my first coach 8 years ago. And, that coach really helped me learn, shift my mindset first off and, and then find the positive, find the reframe in everything. And I worked with this coach for just about 6 weeks on just finding the reframe, right? And that is exactly what I did. And lo and behold, like that has now shifted my entire life. I told you it's one of my biggest keys to my success is staying positive. So I believe that because I stay positive, I've been able to cure my depression. Because I stay positive, I have been able to literally grow personally and professionally into an amazing coach, right? Like I'm not just coaching one or two women, I'm coaching women on a global basis. I'm staying positive in the middle of life's insaneness. Okay, so let me get to it while you're all here. I want to teach you. You guys know I have a huge passion for teaching. And girl, I see you. Mildred, I see you. I see you, girl. And I used to be you. And I want to tell you that there is light and positive energy and love that you can totally tap into every single day. Yeah, honesty is the first key. So I love that you're even here and being authentic with yourself, being real. Because if you're not, then, you're not really going to win any game you're playing if you can't be real with yourself. So I love you for showing up today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me give you guys 3 powerful strategies that's going to help you create a positive mindset. Now, I want to remind you, quick disclaimer, you can't just get to a positive mindset and expect to stay there. This is something that I work on every day. Hence, I'm the queen of habit change, which is why everything I'm going to talk to you about has got to do with habits. Okay, lifestyle habits. And I'm not just talking literally going to the gym or food planning. I'm talking thought habits, because the thoughts that you're thinking, sometimes if you think them long enough, they become habits and they become natural behaviors for you. So the minute you wake up in the morning, if you're always thinking, oh, I don't want to go to work, it's such a drag, becomes a habit. And after weeks and weeks of saying that, you start to believe it because your thoughts are very, very powerful. All right. So shift number 1, powerful strategy number 1 is to shift your self-talk. Ladies, quit talking shit about yourself. Quit talking crap on everybody else, right? Quit comparing your life to everyone else. So that's easy to say, right? But now you're probably asking like, well, how can one shift her self-talk? That's really hard for me to say. Shift your self-talk. Okay, so let's say the habit is you waking up, putting your clothes on, looking in the mirror and thinking, God, you're so gross. Let's just say that's the habit, right? God, you're so gross. That is a negative thought. That is a pattern. That is a thought that you have said for so long that you're going to start to believe it. So the minute you hear that thought enter your brain, you need to shift it. Okay? So if that's what you don't want to be saying, God, you're so gross. Okay, just become really aware of what you say to yourself. So, God, you're so gross. When I hear that little voice inside my head, I call that the itty bitty shitty committee, by the way. So when you hear that committee start to talk to you, you tell it, hey, I appreciate that you are here, but I am in control and I choose to believe that I am capable and worthy of creating a healthy life, whatever your motto or affirmation is. Okay, so let me give you another example instead of just health, right, and body. I'm going to give you the example of money. So if you believe that you don't have enough money, right, stop saying things like, I'm broke. If I only had more money, money doesn't grow on trees. You have to hustle hard to make a dollar. Like, stop saying that. Stop thinking that self to yourself. So the minute you think that something negative towards money, towards your health, towards your marriage, towards your, towards your career, anything like that, I want you to stop the thoughts and shift it, right? Stop and shift into something you want to be thinking instead. So let's take money again for, a great example, because a lot of people struggle with health and money, two major things. So money, instead of thinking, God, I'm so broke, or how am I going to pay these bills? Or, all my debt stresses me out. Stop saying that, okay? But say that's the saying, and instead shift it to, I am abundant and money flows to me. If you're constantly saying things like, your body is so gross, no one's going to love you. The minute you hear that, I want you to stop and shift and say, you are a work in progress and health is actually coming to you. Okay, so stop and shift. You see the difference between like the negative self-talk and actually what you want to be believing? Because trust me, if you start shifting that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, hence habit building, guess what? You will start to believe it. And once you believe it, you can start to create that as your reality. You will all of a sudden start noticing money coming to you, the weight just dropping off your body. Okay, you getting healthy, you choosing a healthier item over maybe a junk food item. Okay. So super important, shift your self-talk. All right, are you with me here? Are you liking this info? Because I got two more, and I promise I'll be a little bit quicker with you guys. So, okay, strategy number 2 is to create a gratitude practice and don't stop, okay? So, about 3 years ago, I got this beautiful whiteboard on my wall. I'm going to show you, okay? And on the whiteboard, there's a spot that says, hell yes wins. Now, it's hard. Our brains are wired to be looking for the negative, okay? We are always wired to like try and search out the negative, right? Because your brain wants to prove to yourself that you're right. So if you say you're not healthy and you say losing weight's hard, guess what? Your brain's going to always show you ways that, yes, losing weight is hard, but it's not. Losing weight is simple, okay? I do this all the time with clients. Losing weight is simple and it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so going back. So every day at the end of my day, okay, my end of the day, workday ritual, and this is a habit. And I literally had to put this in my calendar for the first year until it became a habit. So every day before I called it quits for the end of my workday, so around 4:30-ish, I go to the board and I say, Carissa, what was amazing? Like, what awesome stuff happened today? And sometimes it's little things, sometimes it's huge things. Say I just got a new client, maybe my client lost some more weight, maybe I just got an email saying that she just listened to my podcast and she loved it and I inspired her. Maybe I took, my child to school and I didn't spill coffee on my shirt, so that's a win. So hell yes wins is just, it's my way of showing myself that I am like moving in the right direction. Okay, women do not do this. You may buy like the latest, cutest journal, like gratitude journal from like the store, and you're like, oh, every night I'm just gonna like fill this out. It's gonna be so great. Like if you're like me, like I used to be like that, and then I wind up with like 20 different gratitude journals, and not a single one of them have anything written down in it. So I define what works for me. If that's what works for you, good, golden, right? Do it every night, every day. But the thing is, when you're creating habits, you want to stick to the same time. No, like, oh, I'll do that later. No, if you're trying to build a habit of exercise, don't go at 2 o'clock, don't go at 6 o'clock, don't go in the morning, don't go at 10. Like, pick a day and time and do it. Okay. So every single day, 5 days out of the week, I end my work day with a gratitude practice. Okay. I literally go to the board, I write it down. So some things that hit the board for April were I got the 40 Under 40 podcast award from Podcast Magazine. I got connected with an amazing woman. She's a total powerhouse multimillionaire, and she's one of my mentors. I signed 2 new clients. I had 2 past clients re-sign up with me. One of my clients lost another 7 pounds. I got cute shoes in the mail. So I also got like a check, a refund check, because I overpaid and some attorney things. So like everything that makes me feel good, it goes on the board. And no one's there to judge you. Put whatever makes you feel good, okay, on the board. And then part 2 of what I do with that is I go and then I share it with my family. This is huge, right? It's one thing to acknowledge what brings you joy. It's a second thing to share about it. Okay, so every day at the dinner table, that's probably the one only time that we're all sitting down together, very much like maybe in your family. But we sit down together, we have dinner, and we talk about our hell yes wins. And it's so cute because my daughter, who's 15, we've been doing this probably 6 years now, and she absolutely cannot wait to share about her wins. So she's like, Mom, tell me what yours, like she rushes mine and my husband's because she can't wait to get to hers. And we let her go last because she just goes on. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing to teach your kids how to see, like positive things instead of negative, because the world is full of negative shit, right? Like the TV, the social media, it's just full of gross energy. So we have to protect it. All right, my last strategy is to feed your brain a daily dose of vitamin P. And what I mean by vitamin P, I'm sure there's a real vitamin out there, but I'm calling positivity a vitamin P. Okay, we need it. It's your job to feed your brain, just like you feed your body food. You need to feed your brain positive stuff. Okay, no more negative stuff needs to be entered in here. So some resources that I like to do every single day, and some are different, right? So some mornings I listen to a motivational YouTube video. Some mornings I listen to a podcast. Every day do I read. Every day do I meditate. Every day do I use my imagination to manifest what it is that I want in the future. Every day I surround myself with positive people. Like literally, if someone comments on my Facebook page like something negative, you get in the boot, right? Like, I don't even care. You're getting the boot because you are in my energy field now. And if you're putting out negative stuff, you're out of here. And sometimes this means family too. You don't have to kick them off your Facebook. Like, you can still be friends, but just silence. Like, don't look at their notifications. Okay. So people also play a huge role into your mindset, right? So there you guys have it. You guys need to learn to shift your self-talk. Create an attitude gratitude practice and don't stop. Okay, even when summertime comes, keep your normal routine. That's what biggest mistake women make, is they don't keep their normal routine. And then number 3 is to feed your brain. And if you're looking for an amazing podcast, I'm going to do a shameless plug on Boss Up Babes. That's my podcast. I literally just won an award because it's so awesome. It's called Boss Up Babes, and every week I do exclusive interviews with amazing women. In fact, this week I'm actually doing one with Sherry. She is actually the America's Joy Magnet. She's been seen all over, amazing, Good Morning America, places like major media, right? Because she is the Joy Magnet, and I cannot wait to, record an episode with her. So you guys go find Boss Up Babes if you're looking for a fun, no bullshit approach to living your best life. I give it to you straight, just like I do in here. But every Tuesday you can go and listen to that live. So, all right, you guys, I hope you found today's video informative and super fun. Please follow me, subscribe to my YouTube channel, give me, a hello on Instagram. If you guys like today's video and tips and advice, feel free to drop down below what your number 1 takeaway was. That's really important. Once we listen to something and learn something, we have to acknowledge what we learned. So drop your ahas now, and then go practice it, right? Action speaks louder than words. So, with all of that, I wish you all the abundance. You guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow in the 31 day, 31 rep fitness challenge if you're taking partake in that. If you want to learn more about that, we're just doing a free fitness challenge, 31 reps for 31 days. And every day I go live and I give you the exercise of the day. I give you some instruction around it. And if, it's going to cost you nothing but 2 minutes of your time every morning to show up and do the movement. So, all right, ladies, I love that. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye now.